If you keep waiting to feel motivated, you'll keep starting over. Discipline isn't motivation, it's devotion. And that's why most people never get consistent. I'm Jenna. I help women create lives that feel softer, deeper, and more aligned with who they are. And today, I want to show you a different way to think about discipline, one that actually creates consistency instead of burnout. Here's the truth. You don't struggle with discipline because you're lazy. You struggle because you treat discipline like punishment. Most people think discipline means force, restriction, pressure, self-criticism. So of course you resist it. Your nervous system hears discipline and it thinks danger. That's the real problem. Let's talk about why motivation keeps failing you. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is relational. Motivation depends on how you feel today, while devotion depends on who you've committed to becoming. That's why motivation works for about 3 days and then life happens. You get tired, you miss a day, and suddenly the whole identity collapses because motivation has no loyalty, but devotion does. Here's the reframe most people never make. Discipline is not a personality trait. It's a relationship with yourself. And right now, most people are in an abusive one. All pressure, no grace, zero trust. You say things to yourself you'd never say to someone you love, and then you wonder why you don't show up. Here's what devotion actually means. Devotion means you don't abandon yourself every time you miss a day. It means you don't burn the system down because you skipped the gym or the routine or the plan. Devotion says, this still matters and I'm returning. That's it. No drama, no self-loathing, no starting from zero. Consistency is built by return, not perfection. Women especially struggle with discipline, and this is the part that no one says out loud. But most discipline advice is built for adrenaline, competition, and force. It ignores the nervous system. It ignores meaning. It ignores cycles. Women don't need more pressure. They need structure that feels safe enough to sustain. Devotion creates that safety. Punishment destroys it. This is the devotion test, the practical shift. This is how you fix consistency immediately. Before you quit, ask one question. What would devotion do here? Not optimization, not punishment, not starting over. Devotion. Would devotion reduce the goal instead of quitting it? Would it mean showing up for 10 minutes instead of an hour? Would it mean resting instead of forcing? Most of the time, yes. And that's how discipline becomes sustainable. Take a deep breath and hear these words. Calm creates consistency, and this matters more than people realize. Consistency does not come from intensity. It comes from calm. A regulated nervous system will outperform motivation every single time. Devotion regulates. Punishment dysregulates. That's why you can be highly motivated but still be inconsistent. Think about this identity shift. Disciplined women don't wake up every day feeling excited. They wake up devoted. They don't negotiate their identity every time their feelings change. They don't need hype. They need alignment. That's the difference. If this way of living, the softer, deeper, more intentional way, speaks to you, stay close. This is a space where women rise from devotion, not pressure. Where softness becomes a strength. Where intention touches everything. Subscribe if you want to keep walking this path with me, or just come back here whenever you need to breathe again. Either way, I'm glad you're here, and I hope today, in some small way, you choose devotion over intensity.